Hey guys, it's Maya. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you what's in my Fjallraven Kanken College backpack. I go to WGU, which is an online university, but honestly, everything that I have in my backpack would work for both traditional and online school. So with that being said, let's get started. This is the bag in question. It is the black 15-inch padded laptop bag. You might be wondering why I would need a backpack for online school. And honestly, there's a lot of reasons why. I've had this backpack since I started traditional schooling, so I had it before I even started online schooling, and I used it back then too. But now, I use it for if I'm going to the library, if I'm going to a friend's house, if I'm traveling. There's so many reasons why I would need to store and transport my school supplies. To get started, it looks just like your ordinary Kanken backpack, except this one specifically in the back looks a little different because it has the additional padding for the straps, and then also it has the padded laptop compartment specifically for your laptop, which I will go into more detail later. If you have a certain part of this bag that you want to learn more about, I will have the timestamps down below in the description box. Otherwise, let's get into it. Like the average Kanken, you have the two side pockets and then the big pocket in the front. In this side pocket, I just store my face masks. It's super important. You know, you always need them everywhere you go this day and age. And then I also have a snack. You know, if you're studying, you get hungry, it's good to have a snack with you. And then the other pocket has the cable for my computer charger. It also has a stylus for my iPad and Kindle. And then I also have the Apple Pencil. And then also I have the box for my computer charger. Everything fits in there. It doesn't fit water bottles per usual, but it does fit a bunch of small miscellaneous things. And then also, I was going to get this so I could show it in the video, but honestly, it completely slipped my mind and I want to get this video up. I'll put a picture right here. You can buy a bottle pocket on the Kanken website, which is basically a pocket you can put a bigger water bottle in, and it just attaches to your already side pocket. I'm definitely interested in getting that. So if you are interested in that as well, if side pockets are a concern for you because they don't fit a hydro flask or anything like that, it is available for purchase on their website. Then we have the bigger pocket in the front. Has my chapstick, it's Mario Badescu lip balm, has my AirPods. This is a case from Thread Wallets. And then on top of that, I have my wallet. This wallet is also from Thread Wallets. It's leather right here, and then on the back it's more of a stretchy material. I've shown this in every Kanken video that I've ever made because I have had it for so long. I've had different colors and different styles and all that. But the cool thing about this is it's really slim, and you can shake it, you know, it can drop everything and nothing, I don't know if you can tell, but the cards have not come up at all. So it's really compact and it's really secure as well. I actually got the matching wallet with the matching AirPods case, which is really cool. I had a bunch of other stuff too, like a lanyard and a chapstick holder, but I lost it. So this is all that's remaining, but I would still recommend. Not sponsored, obviously, but I know I get a lot of questions about my wallet, so it's from Thread Wallets. I'll have them linked down below. Normally, I would have my vlogging camera in here, but because I'm filming on that, I put my camera charger in here. It's about the same size, so it fits in there along with everything else. I'll also keep my laptop charger in here too, depending on, you know, where I place it for that day. And then also I have some hair ties in here. These are my favorite hair ties. They're the 𝐂𝐮, I think that's how you pronounce it, the 𝐂𝐮 brand. I think they're biodegradable, or I don't know, they're some kind of eco-friendly material. So I love these. I have wavy hair. You can't really tell because my hair's done right now, but it holds my hair in place, which is really important. It's not as aggressive as an average ponytail, so I would recommend these if you're in the market for a hair tie. So that is the front pocket and the side pockets. Now we move on to the bigger pocket. So of course you have the clasp here holding these two straps together. You unbuckle it and then you can zip your bag all the way down. Normally with most backpacks you can only go halfway. It'll usually end about here, but this one actually goes all the way down. Hopefully nothing falls out, but this is what it looks like when the zippers are all the way down, so you can see all of my stuff in here. But for the sake of security, I'm just gonna zip it back up. So first things first, I have my hydro flask. This is the 42-ounce hydro flask, if that gives you any indication of how big and spacious the inside of this bag is. The bag keeps it protected. You gotta stay hydrated. It's super important to drink as much water as you can. So if you're watching this right now, go grab some water because you need to stay hydrated. The next big thing that we have is my webcam that I need to use for my proctored exams for school. I don't know if I'd really recommend this one because it has stopped working in the middle of an exam before, and I'm just really thankful that they still accepted it because otherwise I would have to redo it. So I don't know if I'd really recommend this. I've noticed if I have problems with it, it's usually because it's tangled up here. So if it's untangled all the way and it's like a straight line of cord, it'll work, but I don't know. I don't know how reliable it is. I'll still link it down below if you guys are interested. I do use it. I'm not going to get a new one because it does mostly work, so yeah. The next thing that we have is my colored pencils. I have like every color that you could possibly want in a colored pen. Oh, these are not pencils, they're pens. I have every color you could possibly want in a pen. I love, love, love colored pens. They are so, if your notes look cute, you're just gonna want to read them more. So that is my strategy for taking notes. Definitely make them as cute as possible. Also, I will color coordinate between, vocab words and diagrams. I'll use different colors to organize it better. It just makes your notes look pretty, makes them look cuter. You'll want to read them more. Another big thing about this is if you are taking your exam and you don't know something, but you wrote it down, you can think about the color that you wrote it down in, and then it's easier to remember. At least it is for me. So maybe that can help you out if you need some studying advice. Next thing that we have are my colored whiteboard markers. I use these on my whiteboard, obviously. Love these, again, because they're colored and there are just so many options to choose from. They don't take up a lot of space. Next thing that I have is my calculator. I'm not taking math anymore, but as a WGU student, you do have to take math. I mean, I think every college student has to take math. So I would not recommend this calculator, but it's still here. It is cute and it's cheap. So it works, but I would not recommend it. It's not totally reliable. Like, it is, but it gets kind of complicated. I don't know. It's better if you have a different calculator, honestly. The next thing that I have in here to go along with my whiteboard markers is my whiteboard eraser. I made this myself. I know, super crafty. So I basically just cut a wash rag? I think it's a wash rag. I'm not sure what the correct term is, but those little square towels. I just cut an old one into fourths. So I just cut into fourths, and this way it's more eco-friendly. After you use it, you just put it in the laundry basket and then you wash it, and you can reuse it up until, a while. I don't need a fancy one. And it works. The next thing in here is my adapter. My computer only accepts, I think, USB-C, and a lot of the stuff that I use for school is USB, including the camera. So I just plug this into the computer, and then I plug the camera into here, or the hard drive into here, and then it works. This right here is USB-C, and this right here is USB. I think those are all like the smaller miscellaneous things. So the next thing that I have is my Kindle. You absolutely do not need a Kindle for school. But if you happen to go to a more traditional school, you can download your textbooks onto here. And also if you go to WGU, any outside books that you're using for your class can go on here. So for example, I'm an education major and I have to take the praxis exams. And so I bought a book that helps me study for the praxis exams. And so I could read it on here instead of having it in a physical copy. Next thing that we have is my iPad. Again, you do not need an iPad for school. I know there's like a whole TikTok trend going around where if you have an iPad Pro, you get way more work done in school. But I definitely like using this if I want a change of medium, if I'm getting tired of my computer, if I want to lay on the couch and study, I can use this. And also the biggest reason why I use this is because it is much funner. I know that's not a word, but it's much more fun to use Quizlet on the iPad versus the computer because it's touchscreen. It's just more interactive this way if I'm using an actual touchscreen instead of if I'm using a laptop. Again, you don't need this, but it is in my backpack. I do use it for school. The next thing I have in here is my whiteboard. So this is a whiteboard. When you get to WGU, they give you a whiteboard, but I don't have it with me right now, but it's a pretty flimsy whiteboard. This one's more sturdy, you can't really bend it. The WGU one you can. The only difference between the two really is the biggest difference where the WGU one is better would be the double-sidedness, but a lot of times you wouldn't really need that anyways because if you flip it over, it'll erase on the other side. I would recommend getting an outside sourced whiteboard. You can use these for every single WGU exam. To my knowledge, I might be wrong, but every single exam I've taken, you can use a whiteboard. Sometimes I'll be taking notes and I don't want to write in my notebook and I want to write on my whiteboard instead. Especially if I'm trying to learn diagrams or if I'm trying to repetitively memorize something so that it sticks in my head. So for biology, I was writing down the cell cycle, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. cytokinesis. I was writing those down like back to back to back to back. So that's more environmentally friendly rather than if you're using your notebook and you're just wasting pages on pages on pages. Another thing is, a lot of times I just don't want to use my notebook and I just want to write notes on here. I'll write notes on here and then I'll take a picture of it. As I mentioned with the pens, if I use a specific whiteboard marker to write down something and then I have the whiteboard with me on the exam, I can visualize what I was writing down with a specific color. These specific colors are definitely a really big help for me. I'm just mentioning this so that if you need any like help with studying and stuff, then you know this is some of my advice. So definitely do not underestimate the power of color. That's my whiteboard, and then that along with most of this other stuff will be linked down below if you're interested in anything. The next thing that I have in here is my notebook. So this is a 5-star 5-subject notebook. It is in a white color. Even though it is a 5-subject notebook, I don't actually divide the notebook between my subjects just because at my school I get through classes like once a week. So I really do not need that much paper for a class. The point of it being 5-subject is just that it has a lot of paper that I can use any way that I would like. I'll just go to a random page and I'll write. Definitely would recommend a notebook. I also use it to paint my nails. As you can see here, I love writing notes with my cute pens. I genuinely really do. Never thought I'd say that, but I do. The last thing that I have in the big pocket is an iPad Pro. The reason why it's in this bag is to show you how it fits in there. Big question I get asked a lot is iPads. How well does an iPad fit in the bag? As I showed you in the beginning, this iPad was in there and there was a bunch of space at the top. This is the regular sized iPad Pro, so I'm pretty sure it's 13 inches and it fits in there with about 3 to 4 inches left at the top. So just letting you know, because I know also a lot of college students have iPad Pros, so I just want to be informative. It was in Emmanuel's family and it got cracked, as I don't know if you can tell, but it's really cracked and broken. It'd be like almost the same price to replace the screen as if it were to buy a new iPad all in itself. So they just let me use it. I just want to like disclaim that, like I'm not trying to show off. I thought I would show you for the size comparison. So that is everything in this front pouch. Nothing else left in there. A bit more could fit in there. I wouldn't say much more. I definitely had a bunch of stuff in there, but it definitely has a lot of room for basically everything that you need. And then also, per usual, as every Kanken bag does, you have the seat pad here. You can pull it out and you can sit on it. If you're, somewhere where you don't want to sit on the ground, you can sit on the seat pad. It also prevents all the contents in the bag pushing against your back. So definitely, if you do get a Kanken, do not take this out. I mean, you can do what you want, but it's recommended that you don't because it can help you in situations. So yep, that was the front. And then the last thing that we have is the back. As I mentioned, this is what sets this backpack apart from the normal sized Kanken. So this part is why the backpack is so much money. You have a fully padded compartment for your laptop. So I have the MacBook Pro. It is the regular sized one, so I'm pretty sure it's 13 inches. And as you can see, again, with the iPad, there are about 3 to 4 inches left of space in this bag. And then also I would say like about 1 to 2 inches width-wise of space in this bag. It's double padded, so it's padded right here and it's padded right here. You can also put your iPad in here, and you can also put any other flat electronic that you wanted to put in here. There's a lot of times where I will just slam my bag down and it's protected. So that concludes everything that's in my bag. I do want to mention, I know that this bag is very expensive. You do not need this bag. I'm just saying this if you are interested in the bag and you look at the price and you're like, what in the heck? They are meant to last you a lifetime. I've had this bag since 2019 when I first started college. It's been through a lot with me. I've traveled with it. I've been to regular college with it. I've been to online college with it. There's a lot of ways that you can use your bags. I've done a previous video on this bag before. You definitely do not have to watch it at all. It's really cringy, but I will definitely be using this bag probably for the rest of my life. I mean, I don't know what I will be doing in like 10 years, but I'm sure I can find a use for it. And I get this question a lot as well, if I would recommend this bag over the regular full-size Kanken bag. And I would, simply because of the big reason why it's different is the padded laptop compartment. There isn't a specific space in the regular Kanken bags that hold a laptop, and so this way, it's double padded and it has its own spot. Nothing else goes in there except for the laptop. It's not next to your water, it's not next to your snacks, it's not next to anything that could harm your computer. It's by itself. But again, you don't need this bag I'm just mentioning this if you are interested in the bag. Also, if you are interested in it, I would definitely recommend waiting until there's a sale at Urban Outfitters on backpacks. Also, if you have an Urban Outfitters membership, sometimes you get like coupons and stuff and you can use it on that. Also, if you like anything off the Kanken website, once you go on it, there's like a little box that says like 10% off if you join their emailing club. I've since found out that they don't apply to the bags, but if you like anything else, like the accessories or anything, then you can do that. I do have an accessory attached to this bag. It's right here, it attaches to right here, and it just goes across your chest. It's for added support. I've honestly never used this, but it's there if I need it. And then also, before I go, I would like to mention, I will also alternate between that bag and this tote pack. This is the regular size tote pack from the Kanken collection. It's in pink. It basically has the exact same components as the bag that I just showed, except it doesn't have that padded laptop portion of it, but it does have an extra, I don't know if you can tell, but it does have this extra envelope divider thing inside the bag. I will take my laptop in here too. It's definitely just not as safe in there. And then also, if things get heavy, it also turns into a backpack. So I actually have a video on this as well, of me opening it, my first impressions and all that. I have that linked up here, but again, it does turn into a backpack, so I will use this bag. I'll alternate between this one and the black one, just depending on what I'm feeling for the day. You know, maybe I want a different mood going on. And yeah, so this is what the bag looks like on. I'm 5'4", if that helps. It doesn't look obnoxiously giant on me. It's really cute. I love it. Alrighty guys, so that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you go to WGU and you think I missed something that you think that we need at school, definitely comment it down below. This community is about helping people, and also I don't even know what we need. So definitely comment it down below if you can think of anything. And then thank you again for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.